stimulating.
A godsend.
I can only work, the only word I can think of is support.
Awesome.
Understanding.
It's very good.
Absolutely outstanding.
Supportive.
Sanctuary.
They're brilliant. Caring. Loving. In every way.
Comforting.
Can I give you two? A godsend. Helpful.
Fantastic.
Bolton Carers Support has literally changed my life. So, fabulous.
Bolton Carers Support has been a big help for me and my wife. My wife's the one with dementia who's in the care home. And the backup from the group here in Bolton has been really good from all aspects of help with the dementia situation, because I'm not used to it, and I've just grown to live with it now, and they've done very well for me and my wife. The other thing, the social side of it, is obviously the men's group, which we go for a walk, a pint and a bit of a chat, and which is always quite interesting, because usual setup, we sort the world out. We've been to the alley orchestra and that kind of thing as a social scene, and with the group, and it makes you realise other people have problems, and when I just see what my problems are, they nearly go into insignificance by what I hear of other people, what they've got.
Bolton Support put me on the right path. Got me out of a dark place when you think there's no light at the end of the tunnel and you see it as a thankless job. I don't know, been good for me and Kane, not just me.
Bolton Carers Support has given me a sense of well-being to start with. It's also given me something to occupy my mind, because as a carer I have difficulty in getting things done outside the house. It's very difficult for me to get out or to want to get out. So Bolton Carers Support is a place where I can go, meet other people, exchange ideas, and also the volunteering aspect gives me the opportunity to do something useful after retirement, which was a difficult thing to process.
Bolton Carers Support has made an absolute huge difference. I've met lots of friends from all walks of life. They've given me the support, be able to go to yoga, well-being, which helps me a lot from my usual role.
Bolton Carers Support has made me feel I'm still a human being, even though I care for my husband, and they've just been excellent. They've just given really good support, and they're so friendly when you ring up. They'll talk to you about basically anything, and they're really good at booking events for you, and if you want any advice, they'll let you know exactly what's coming up in the next so many months. They did have a pamphlet, which was great, because I always kept it in my bag with me to read. But now it's online, so I get on my mobile telephone and just check the email for different events coming up. I don't know really what we'd do without Bolton Carers Support, because these are the people who come to who are really in need of support, and the GPs and maybe the NHS and other health services can't give them that time and that help and support like Bolton Carers can.
Bolton Carers Support has saved my life. My husband was diagnosed with dementia during lockdown, so we didn't get any support or information. I came across Bolton Carers by accident. They had a stall down on the Town Hall Square, and that's how I found out about them. When I did contact them, the lady told us there were different benefits we were entitled to, other supports, emotional support, and they have absolutely done everything they could to help us. I've met so many good people. I've been on the verge of I'm sorry, I can't. Unless people have been through a similar situation, they don't understand. They might give out advice, but they don't understand. And because the people I've met here have been through similar things that I'm going through, they can point me in the right direction. If they can't help straight away, they'll know somebody who can.
Bolton Carers Support has improved my life because it means that somebody cares for me. Well, it shows that somebody's interested in how I'm going on, because I live on my own, and it's nice to have something to look forward to, that somebody rings me.
Bolton Carers Support has helped me increase my confidence, because I was very isolated in my caring role, and since meeting up with other carers doing different activities, I've learned I'm not on my own, and it's helped my mental health, it's helped my confidence, and it's led to me doing a little bit of volunteering in the community. I've gone back to work 1 day a month, which doesn't sound a lot, but when you're a carer, just having that little bit of income makes a big difference. It's the little treats at the end of the month. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without the support that I'm getting.
Bolton Carers Support has been literally a lifesaver. I came to Bolton Carers, when I first came to Bolton Carers Support, it was through, I got a referral from a social worker. Didn't want to come, was like the little kid that didn't want to go to school in the morning, and I felt that Bolton Carers Support had absolutely nothing whatsoever to offer me as a carer. And I soon realised, after speaking to people from Bolton Carers Support, that, you know, the amount of other carers that were going through what I was going through, and I was sort of wallowing in self-pity, in anger, and Bolton Carers Support just made me realise, you know, what help and support is there, and dragged me out of that, that darkness and that fear, and I feel like, or I felt like, it felt like home. It felt like it was a safe place, and the people were great, and I just felt I needed to be part of this organisation, which I have been for the last, I don't know, 7-8 years or so. So, yeah.
Bolton Carers Support has guided me in so many ways, give me confidence, and I felt a lot more reassuring and happy, and they're lovely people.
Bolton Carers Support helped me with benefits. When I retired from work, I was very concerned about my husband's benefits, and a friend told me about Bolton Carers Support, so I got in touch. Spoke to a very nice lady called Elaine, and she went through what he'd be entitled to, because obviously I was concerned about lack of money with retiring, and she was so helpful. Showed me things that we could get, also explained things that we couldn't get because I'm still getting a pension from work and that, so it was brilliant, really was good.
Bolton Carers Support has given me the confidence to carry on what I do at home. I can discuss things with people, you know, without worrying that they're going to tell anybody else. You know, when you tell people, oh, I've had a bad day, they don't understand because they've not done the same as you have. And it's just so to know there's somebody there.
Bolton Carers Support has been my lifeline for the last 7-8 years. Since in the period I've lost my wife in between. Yes, and made good friends.
Bolton Carers Support has helped me access benefits when I was caring for my husband. It's involved me in a wonderful project where we shared lockdown experiences and produced a moving on book and a video. And it's brought me a lot of joy.
Bolton Carers Support has completely changed my life because it has opened so many new doors for me. I was on my knees and it picked me up.
If this support and other support wasn't available, I would not manage. I would be in a position where, well, I am in a position where if you equate it to being a pilot of an aircraft and the engines are flamed down, so the aircraft's going down. The only way I can stop that is by restarting 1 or 2 of the engines, which I manage to do now and again, but not always. And if I don't get enough support to start 1 or 2 of the engines to keep the plane in the air, it's going to crash. And if it crashes, it would take me 2 or 3 years to recover.
To be honest, I think they'd have carted me off. Sorry, can I say that? No, how would you manage? I think it's an absolute essential service, to be honest, not just for me, for others. Yeah. I mean, because there are struggling carers, and half of them just don't know that there is. If they got in touch with us, all right, we can't cure the problems, but we can certainly ease the load. It's a thankless job. And then there's who cares for the carers themselves. Because, I mean, you reach burnout, you reach a point sometimes where you want to get your coat on and start walking and not come back.
If the support wasn't available, I think I would manage. The situation, from my wife's point of view, is she's getting worse in so much as forgetting nearly everything. And what the natural progression is, I'm not sure. There is help in the home occasionally. It wasn't seriously thinking about how I would manage.
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't manage if the support wasn't there. I wouldn't know where to go or who to turn to. And Bolton Carers Support has helped me a lot.
I'd managed quite poorly, I think. Yes, friends would be there and family, but I'd be struggling kind of financially because I'd have to go back to work more or less full time. And now I've got some health problems and I can't do that, so I get awarded PIP. But at the same time, I'd like to go back to work, just even if it's just for a few hours. But so far, I've not been able to because our life is so busy with appointments and medication, living a day-to-day life, kind of running the house, doing jobs around the house. And my stepson lives with us now. We brought him back from the brink of suicide, so I've also had that. He's now preparing to leave the house, so it will be me, my partner, and our dog. But we know we can always call on him, and we've got really good neighbours as well. But if I need some important advice or I want some help, I will ring Bolton Carers first. This is my first port of call. You are my ever-ready line, so to speak. You've helped so many people over the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years, and we just want to, everybody wants to see it, see the company continue and grow and flourish, basically.
I wouldn't be able to manage. I do have my son at home, and he does an awful lot, but we just couldn't continue. They give us the respite, even if it's an hour or 2 hours of activities of some sort once a month, just to break the cycle of 24/7 caring. And that's what it is with my husband at the minute, is 24/7. And he'd have to go into a home. Someone would have to pay. I'm skint. And it's not fair on him. It's not fair on us. But they provide a lifeline.
Well, I battle my way through life. I always have done, and I reckon that I'm a survivor.
If the support wasn't there, I would still be completely isolated. I'd be struggling with my mental health a lot more than I do be. And before I got the support, I was in and out of hospital because of my mental health. And so people that I care for were having to care for me. And it was all very complicated and messy. But now I'm able to focus on caring for them because I get the support.
Well, I would still be wallowing in that dark anger, self-pity, and it wouldn't be doing me any good, and it wouldn't be doing my wife any good, who I care for. I've learnt so much from Bolton Carers Support. You know, the life skills. We're just going through an episode again, and it almost feels like we're going back to 2013 when my wife first became ill. But now that I'm better equipped to deal with it, I know how to handle my emotions, how to sort of treat my wife and, you know, support her. So I'm much more able to do that without the histrionics and without the anger and without the darkness and the fear. So it really has meant a lot to me. Yeah, it's an incredible organisation.
I think I've been a mess. I wouldn't know which way to turn. They've always been there for me to reassure me. And when I've seen them and walked away, I felt a lot better.
Ooh, I'd be lost, I think. Lost. You know, you just know there's somebody there that if you have a problem, you can ring up and you can ask. And they're always so nice to you, and it won't be the first time they put their arm in me.
Well, to be honest, I didn't even think of I was a carer till somebody mentioned Bolton Carers Support, and I didn't realise until speaking to Elaine that there was people out there was organisations that I could access. So if they weren't here, I wouldn't have known where to go. I do now, but at the time I didn't know anywhere else to go. So it's say without them, I'd have just ploughed on like you do and probably not even realised we could get benefits.
I haven't a clue. It's so difficult to, if you've got somebody with extremely difficult needs across the, and especially as I dealt with my wife when COVID was on, where she didn't see anybody for 2 years. So, and sadly she passed away 2 years next week.
I would have struggled, as a lot of other people would. Caring can be a very isolating experience, and one of the things I've realised, especially since since I became a volunteer, a trustee for Bolton Carers Support, is just how well carers respond when they come to social events and being together and they realise that they're not alone.
Quite honestly, I think I would have fallen apart completely and had a breakdown. The difference just going to a Christmas craft workshop made to me was absolutely incredible, because it got me out there, it took me away from my caring just for a couple of hours, and I honestly, I worry about what would have happened, to be honest, because my family were dependent on me and I would have fallen apart without that one thing that made me realise there was more out there, and support mainly.